Hi, and welcome to Longhorns for a Culturally Competent Campus, or LC3. I am quickly going to introduce the course, introduce myself, ask y'all to do the same. We'll go over the syllabus, and then I'll cut you free. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited to jump into this cohort of LC3. I've led 3 cohorts of LC3 now, so I'm excited to do it again, to take this journey with a new group of people. I'm so excited that y'all have taken the opportunity to take this journey with me. I think it's going to be an awesome experience for all of us. I am JODI MCDOUGAL, and I'll be your facilitator this semester. I am originally from North Carolina. I attended East Carolina University. I then went on to the University of Central Arkansas, where I received my master's in College Student Personnel Administration. I do highlight those 2 institutions, those 2 experiences, because I think they really built me into the person that is before you today. I would not have been teaching a course like this or doing really any of the things that I do if not for my experience as a college student. I have a passion for serving all students, serving people in general, but specifically serving my marginalized students. That could look like first-gen students, students of color, international students, LGBTQIA plus students, neurodivergent, physically differently abled students, so on and so forth. The list continues. But I think I'm passionate about these student groups because that is the student that I was. I was a marginalized student, and in some capacity, everywhere that I went, I did have some faculty or staff member that really poured into me and into my experience. So now I'm here with y'all teaching this course and serving in other roles to pay it forward, to do that, because that was the experience that was provided to me. Okay, I'm not going to be sappy because I'll get up here and I might cry. But honestly, I'm so excited that I get to be a part of y'all's student experience the way that so many people were for mine. A big part of this course, we're going to jump into it, is going to be collaboration, communication, participation, all the Asians between us. I want to learn more about y'all. I shared a little bit about myself, and I'm always going to ask more about y'all. We will have these course sessions each week, but we will also have bi-weekly one-on-one meetings that are required. So I'm really excited. We'll work together a lot. We will get to know each other well, but I need you to have a willingness for that, want to do that. Y'all signed up for this course, and I really want you to get the best out of it, so that back and forth is going to be necessary. My bachelor's degree is in communication, so I love a dialogue. I love a back and forth. I want to know what you thought about this week's lesson. I want to know what you want to see in the future. This is very important, not only for your experience, for your peers' experience. We must participate, but also for those that come after you. If you hated the lesson that we had this week, let me know. Tell me why. I want to tailor it not only for us right now this semester, but also for the people that come after y'all. How can we make this the best experience possible? I want you to raise your hand in class. I want you to blurt it out if it's appropriate. I want you to come to my office hours, put yourself on my calendar. I cannot stress enough. I almost want you to over-communicate with me. Keep me in the loop. Tell me the things. It will be challenge by choice, but I hope to create a space where you feel comfortable letting me in. And really wanting to see growth within yourself. I am going to ask that you be a sponge. There are 2 things that I'm going to ask for you: participation and be a sponge. Be a sponge in the fact that there will be some weeks where I don't need you to contribute. I'm going to dump a lot of knowledge on you. Some of your peers might share a lot of anecdotal and experiential evidence. And your role in that space is really just to soak it all in. But there will be times where I squeeze you a little and I need stuff to pour out. That will be helpful to me in scrubbing off the grease that is society. I didn't mean for that analogy to go that far, so here we go. So yeah, I really need the back and forth. It is crucial. I want this to be an incredible 12 weeks together. Okay, real quick, before we run out of time, I want to quickly go over our syllabus. It seems thick. I promise it's not as crazy as it seems. I have 4 main learning objectives, outcomes from today to the end of this course that I want you to gain. The first being, I want to foster this level of cultural self-efficacy. By the time we wrap up this course in December, I want you to feel confident in your ability to successfully have an intercultural interaction. Point blank, period. You will. I'm confident. I want you to enhance cultural awareness. So think about, okay, this is the culture or the cultures that I sit in. These are the identities that I hold. What are patterns or traditions or lifestyles that come from those things? Maybe of identities and cultures that I belong to, or those that others do. How does that shape the experiences, the perspectives, the interactions that y'all have? We'll talk about a few cultural competency diversity models. I don't expect you to write a thesis on them, but I do expect you to have some level of understanding by the end of this course. I want you to 3, develop contextual cultural communication skills. So we'll talk a little bit about those verbals and nonverbals when having those cross-cultural communications, those cross-cultural conversations. We'll practice different communication strategies. So of course, talking, I will ask for you to share, but I'll also ask for you to practice active listening, maybe absorb and then reflect on things. Again, using those verbals and nonverbals. And lastly, I want you to strengthen your self-regulation. So we'll talk about how to manage those emotions, behaviors, actions that you have, especially when interacting with others' emotions, behaviors, and actions. I want you to be able to explore and navigate having those conversations. And when you maybe feel the urge, when you feel triggered to do something, maybe related to your culture or someone else's, understand what it is that is triggering that action or that thought. Do not fret. We'll talk about these things more as the semester goes on. You will better understand these, I promise. These are just the big ultimate goals. I'm not going to ask for anything but participation and being a sponge. I told you that. Those are the only 2 requirements. No fancy laptops, no college rule pencil, Ticonderoga pen, college rule paper, Ticonderoga pencils. Nothing fancy, but those 2 things I will always need in both spaces. So please come ready to share those things, because that is how we're going to hit those learning objectives. Okay, we talked a little bit about the assessment. In this course, we are here for 12 weeks. This week we met for syllabus week. Next week, y'all will be we won't be meeting in person like this. You will be taking the intercultural development inventory. This is a 9-graded assessment, really just to see where you gauge on the culturally competent continuum. I need y'all to take this seriously, take it intentionally. There are no right answers. You're going to take a pre-assessment at the very beginning next week and a post-assessment our very last week of this course. You will not, again, be graded on these, but it will help us really set your first graded assignment, the intercultural development plan, where we will set realistic time-sensitive goals based on your resources, your location, your time, all those things. So you're going to set those goals, and it will help us very easily understand how to mark and how to assess your progression through that continuum this semester. We will always meet on Tuesdays, so your assignments will always be due on Mondays, and the previous week's assignments will always be uploaded into Canvas on Wednesdays. So I recommend that you check your Canvas frequently. I recommend that you keep up with the assignments, that you're engaging. Every single week we will have assignments that are turned in on Canvas. Every other week you will meet with me. So when we are meeting, whether we have met or not, at some point in the week we will have a meeting, the two of us, to go over your IDP or your intercultural development plan and sort of see where we're falling on that over and over again. There will be some periodic readings from scholarly articles and journals, some videos. We will have campus partners and experts come in to help facilitate. So please, though I really am going to ask for your participation, there will be some outside of the classroom homework and assignments that needs to be done. So make sure that you're keeping up with that. Leading me on to my next thing, I have this wonderful, beautiful course calendar for you. So I pretty much laid out what our learning outcomes are every single week, the activities that we'll be doing in class, what assignments will be due, and who our facilitators will be. You'll notice my name is on here a lot. You'll notice that there are some weeks where we have co-facilitators or people coming in, experts or panelists. There will also be some weeks where y'all are on here facilitating with me because we will be having a lot of that dialogue. So again, please come, be willing to participate, look this over, barge in if you have any questions. Feel free to email me. Come to my office, ask questions here in this space. I'm so excited for what this course holds, and I'm so excited to get to know each of y'all. Thank you for taking this step and wanting to lean into some discomfort here in this course with me and being ready to start changing the world. All right, guys, see you next week.